Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Alter Ego Goddess eyeshadow palette. It is what I have on my eyes today. I am going to break down this palette and give you my thoughts. It is considered a dupe, or it's not considered, it was created as a dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold palette. You know, I have mixed emotions about copycat brands, but this brand has given full credit to Natasha Denona, and they're just making an affordable option. These shades are real similar, so I can't wait to dive into those and show you. If you guys are new here, hi, I'm Jamie, and I do beauty videos 2 to 3 times a week. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. For everybody else, well, for all of you, really, if my mood is a little bit off today, how do I say? I'm going through breakup issues. And I've mentioned this in videos in a video or two before that I'm going through a breakup. And no, I mentioned it once. And it's really tricky because we live together, and so if my overall mood seems a little off, it's just because I'm kind of still processing. I wanted to do this video. I wanted to make sure that, you know, I stuck to my video schedule, and makeup is my happy place. So I definitely didn't want to not do a video because then it would just make my mood worse, you know? So I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, and I want still to bring some positivity into your life, but the reality is I'm on the struggle bus. Anyway, we're going to jump into this video about this palette. This is what this video is about. Can we talk about how pretty this eye look is? I am living for it. I love it so much. Let's just dive on in. If you guys want to learn about this Alter Ego Goddess palette and see the swatches and watch me apply it and hear my thoughts, then keep on watching. Full disclaimer, I have been running around town, so my makeup isn't like, I didn't just put it on, so it might not look 100 right now. But we're gonna ignore that because I really wanted to get this video filmed for you guys. So we're gonna do that. So here is the box that the palette came in. It's so pretty. I will say that it has it's sort of a matte black with this shiny black pattern on it, and then the gold lettering. It's so nice. It is PETA certified, gluten cruelty free, and it doesn't look like there's any carmine in it. So here is what the palette itself looks like. It looks just like the box, and you open it up and there are 15 shades in here. Now, as I mentioned, this is not a first impression. I have, as you can see, clearly been using this palette. I've done about 3 or 4 looks with this palette, so I do have a pretty good understanding of the formulas in here. And I did just look up on their website to get the specs, to find out more details about it, and their website is down right now. So I'm going to leave any pertinent information about the palette in the description box. This is supposed to be like a dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold palette. Now, I have seen swatches of both palettes side by side, and I can tell you that it's really difficult to tell which is which. And I'm going to insert a picture of the two of them side by side, and you tell me what you guys think, because I thought that there was only one swatch in this photo, and this is not me, I didn't swatch them, but there's only one swatch in the photo that I feel like is kind of a giveaway to which palette is which. But other than that, they look pretty darn close. Don't you guys think? I think so. I don't have that palette. I don't have the Natasha Denona Gold palette, so I can't compare them side by side personally myself. I know there are videos of some people already on YouTube that have done that, and they have found them to be very, very similar. This palette is $16. I know the Natasha Denona one is $129. So if you guys are into these colors and you like the way that they perform, then you can save a little bit of money. So I'm going to insert my own swatches of the palette so you can see those. And what I'm going to do today is just create a look and kind of demonstrate the colors on my eyes. So I've been talking to you guys a bunch about this Morphe brush, and this is the brush that I got in the All I Want holiday collection. It is just like a Sigma E25 or an M433 when you hold it this way, but when you turn it, it's skinny. It's very flat. So it's interesting because you can really like stamp the color in your crease and keep the application in your crease. And I don't know what this brush is because it's not identified. There's no like number on it or anything. So I went to the Morphe store and I literally couldn't find anything except for this R39 brush. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell, but these are not the same. So here they are side by side. This one, they're similar, but this one here, the R39, is not as dense and it's not quite as tapered, because this one, it like tapers on both sides, right here and right here. So they're similar but different. But then I got this brush here from Razika Cosmetics, and while it is also different in that it's rounded, it's not kind of pointy, I have noticed that the density of the bristles is very similar. And also, they are just as skinny. So, well, I think this is probably meant to be like a shader. It actually functions very similar to this one, so I'm really excited about that because now I have two brushes that do almost the same thing, because this brush is everything and I am dying to get like multiples, but if you guys have any insight on that, let me know, but I have yet to find that brush. I think I might message Morphe and ask them. I don't know if they will answer me, but I feel like I should. So we're going to take this brush from Razika. It's the large shadow brush, and I am going to take the chocolate brown shade called Avalon. And you guys have seen me use the Morphe brush for several months now, so I figured I would use this brush today so you can kind of see how it performs. And FYI, I did prime my lids off camera, and I used the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in Eden just to give myself a nice opaque canvas. So alright, I'm going to take this brush here from Razika Cosmetics. This is a new brand to me. It's an indie brand. I haven't really tried a ton of their products, but they did send me a couple of things. They do all kinds of different makeup, and brushes is one of them. So I'm going to take this shade called Avalon. I just figured I've been using that Morphe brush so much on camera that I would kind of show you guys how this brush performs, just to give you another option, since that palette or that brush collection is no longer available, I guess. So you can see how like richly pigmented these shadows are, but not so much so that they're really hard to work with. I will say though, the fallout in this palette is very real, not just on the matte shades, but the shimmers. Maybe especially the shimmers is the right way to put it. Okay, so next I'm going to take this kind of fluffier dome shape brush. This is the Razika Eye Definer, it's called. And I'm going to take this shade here called Iris. And I'm just going to use it to blend out that dark brown, and I'm going to pull that into the crease closer to the inner corner. I'm going to be doing a Q&A soon because I feel like I really do want to open up to you guys more. I feel like I want to have more of a deeper connection, And I know I told you guys, like, with the whole Patreon thing, like, I want to do some vlog series that are a little bit more in depth, a little bit more personal. And, like, that arena is more of a safe space for me to do that. I'm just going back and forth between these two colors and blending them, by the way. But here on just my channel, I still want to open up more to you guys. Like, I really want to have that, like, deeper connection with you. So in order to do that, I feel like maybe I will start sharing, like, 1 to 2 personal details about myself in every video. And then I'm going to start it off with, like, a Q&A. So if you guys have questions for me, things you want to know, and, like, really nothing is off limits, like, whatever you want to know, just let me know. You can leave them in the comments. You can DM me on the gram. Whatever you want. But send me all your questions, because I am going to be doing that soon. You can tweet me also, because I have been on Twitter quite a lot lately. Well, for me. I'm on every couple days. And I'll be, like, super active, like, tweeting my butt off, and then I'll go radio silent for a couple days. Okay, so what I did was I just went in with a little bit of this shade, this mustardy shade called Athena. And I just kind of went over the edges a little bit more. I added a little bit of, like, a goldeny warmth to it. And I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush. And I'm just going to buff it out more. So I'm going to just do the lower lash line, and I'm literally doing the same colors. So I'm taking my MAC pencil brush in this deep chocolate brown color. And I am just going to go on the outer part. Ooh, fallout. No, bye. I got stuff in my brows. I got eyeshadow base in my brows, but I will fix that later. And now I'm taking the same brush. I'm taking some of that iris shade, and I'm just gonna go along the entire lower lash line with that. And these are kind of powdery, so you have to dust your brush off, like tap your brush off, or you're gonna have a mess. I will say I recommend doing your eyes first with this palette, and you know if I'm saying that, because I hardly ever do that. Now, I'm gonna start working with the shimmers. The shimmers in this palette are very, very unique. They're very glittery. This shade is my favorite one in the palette. This is called Valkyrie. I love it so, so much. But the thing is, and then this shade here is really pretty. This shade here is called Freya. They're very, very shimmery, very reflective. Some of the most beautiful shades I've ever seen, really, which we can attribute to Natasha Denona. But the formula in this particular one, now I have never used the Natasha Denona formula, so I don't know if this is the same for those as well, but their glitter it falls out, like, everywhere. So even, like, when you're applying, you're going to have fallout all over your face. You'll dust that away, you'll get rid of it, but then throughout the day, like, you'll have glitter all over your face. Like, the pigment and the glitter in the shadow, well, the pigment stays put, but the glitter in the shadow just falls away. Like, it's not stuck into the formula enough, I feel like. So in order to combat that, now I've tried, like I said, several different looks with this palette. So the first 2 times I used it, I had glitter everywhere. And I tried once with just a concealer as a base, once with the primer potion as a base, and I still had fallout. And then I started going in with my Too Faced glitter glue, and it solved the problem. So that's what we're going to do today. But I am going to cut the crease. So I am just taking some of my Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer on the back of my hand. And then I'm taking another Morphe brush that was in that All I Want collection. It's a tiny brush. Doesn't have a name. Stamp it on. So last week I went to LA for a couple days. I drove down and your girl got her Botox, right? And I'm gonna do a video on this. You'll probably see it soon. All of like what I have had done to my face, like what injectables and stuff. And I'll talk about it a little bit more, but anyway, I tried a different nurse and she asked me if I wanted to like lift up the hooded part of my lid, because my lid is becoming hooded. Like, your girl's 43. That's what happens as you get older. Your lids start to get hooded because of gravity. But anyways, so she asked me if I wanted that, and I had never had that before, and I just find like whenever I get Botox, it just does that naturally. It just like lifts everything. So I was like, yeah, okay, sure. So she did it, and now I feel like my lids are more hooded. Like, I have this weird crease I didn't have before. I don't know what the moral of the story is. Maybe like the moral of the story is like things can still go wrong even when you've been doing Botox for a long time, you know? Alright, so now I'm going to stick some glitter glue on, and I'm going to do one eye at a time. So I'm taking some on the back of my hand. I'm going to use that exact same brush that I just used, and I'm just going to put it all over the areas that I applied concealer. Alright, so I'm going to start out with a brush. I'm taking my Alamar Cosmetics flat brush, and I'm going to take that shade Valkyrie. I love this shade so much. It's so pretty. I just, see, these apply better with the finger, but I'm gonna try to use a brush to get it like close to the edges, and then I'll go in with my finger. I love the color scheme in this palette. It's so different. This is one of those palettes that's like, okay, I don't have anything like this in my collection. I need this. Every time I wear it, I'm like, man, that looks so good. I just don't even know what to do with my eyelids right now. They just look so weird. Like, it's more hooded than it was before. I don't understand. Alright, so as you can see, they do apply with a brush, but I am going to go in with my finger and just intensify. And then you're going to see like, ooh, that makes a huge difference. Like, that eye is like beaming now. Like, wow. Right? So definitely you can go in and intensify that with your finger. These shadows are so stunning. Okay. So next I want to add a little bit of golden. So I'm going to take the shade Venus, which is this shade here. And that one I'm also going to use a brush. So I'm just going to wipe this off in my color switch here. And then I'm going to apply that in the center. And this, it's so funny, it will add dimension even though it is just as reflective and shimmery. And you'll see that Valkyrie has a green kind of undertone to it, where Venus is like a yellowy gold. And the two together just look so stunning. It's so pretty. It's just so unique, and I don't know, just not shades that you see every day, you know. And then finally, I'm going to wipe off the brush, but I am going to go in with this shade here called Artemis. And it is a beautiful green color. And I am going to put that between Venus and the deep brown. on the outer corner. Like, are you joking? It's so pretty. I think this palette is so good for like that bronzed goddessy look that I always want in the summertime. Like spring, I was so into color, but I feel like for summer, like I'm just feeling bronzy, glowy goddess looks, you know? So, all right, next, do we want to put green on the bottom? I think I will. I'm going to go in with the shade Gaia right here. This is the matte green in the palette. And I'm going to kind of run that on the lower lash line as well. This one also has a lot of fallout happening. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to take some more glitter glue. You have to use the glitter glue with this. I really recommend it. And I know it's an extra step, but like if you're getting uber glam and you're doing it, you won't regret the payoff that these shadows are going to give you, and just how pretty they are, and the fact that you're going to make them stay put. So I'm taking Freya, because like these are some of the most beautiful shimmers, but they don't stay put without the glue, you know. So all right, this is what the look is. I think I'm gonna leave it right here, and I'm gonna throw on some lashes and a lip, and I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts. Okay guys, so here is the final look. I am going to just run you through everything that's on my face rapid fire. So for primer, I have Dermalogica Age Smart Primer. I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas on the center. I have the Fenty Pro Filter Foundation in 260 on my face. I have the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Medium Sand, Hourglass Veil Powder, Fenty Bronzer in Caramel Cutie, and my blush is It Cosmetics by Pores blush. And I don't remember if there's a name on that or not. And then the highlight that I have on is the Cover FX highlight in Starlit, as well as the Urban Decay Game of Thrones Mother of Dragons palette. Just a bunch mixed on my face. Lips. Youngblood lipstick in Muse mixed with the Urban Decay Sansa lipstick. And the lip liner is the Makeup Talk lip liner from Morphe. The lashes are Lash Makeup, the Tiffany Lash. And then in my waterline, I have the Urban Decay pencil in Overdrive. It's green, it just went, it looks cute. I have the Benefit Precisely My Brow on my brows and the ABH Clear Brow Gel. Also, you guys can't see it, but I did want to make mention of this red carpet color from Ofra. I've been trying and testing this. I did do a review video on the Huda, what was that called? The Nymph Body Glow, and I wasn't loving it. This one I've been using and I have been really liking. This is the shade Bronzed. It does have a bronze color in it, but why I've been liking this is because when you can see it's so pretty, but it does dry down, and I do have the same issue that I was having with the Huda Nymph, and that was that it was looking my skin was looking really dry. But with this one, I found when I mix it with a lotion, it cuts the dryness, whereas with the Huda, it didn't. So I am liking this one, and it does leave such a pretty sheen. And like I said, when mixed with lotion, it's not giving me that dry look. If you want the result of the Huda without the dryness, this is a good option. It stands for Red Carpet Color, RCK. And I'm going to have the details for it listed in the description box down below if you guys are interested. Let's get into my thoughts on the palette. I'm utterly obsessed. Like, everything about this color scheme just speaks to my soul. I am typically a warm cranberry coppery type of a person. I like red tones, but I love this. I'm living for this. I think the idea of putting 2 green shades in with a bunch of golds and browns was genius. Again, that's in a tribute to Natasha Denona. But if we're talking about the Alter Ego Goddess palette specifically, I think that this is a really great way to get Natasha Denona on a budget. And, you know, I have mixed feelings about copycat brands because on the one hand, like, I feel like credit really needs to go to the original creator. But I feel like they do that. They basically said this is a dupe for Natasha Denona. They're not taking credit, I don't think, for the color scheme or anything like that. But they're providing a way for people who can't afford Natasha Denona to get it on a budget. I'm sure this formula isn't the same, but it's a damn good formula. I mean, it's really good for $16. Like, yeah. And like I said, I don't have Natasha Denona. I have a tough time swallowing that $130 pill, you know? I mean, some people want to do it, and if you want to do it, it's your hard-earned money, like, it's your choice. For me personally, and it might have something to do with the fact that I have so much makeup, I just can't justify spending $130 on an eyeshadow palette. What is that eyeshadow palette doing for my life that makes it worth $130? That's what I want to know. And if I can find a $16 version that does the same thing for my life, then yeah, I'm going to go for that, you know? But anyway, just overall, I'm obsessed. It is a little bit of a pain in the ass that I have to use glitter glue, but like I said, I mean, I would much rather that than have it all over my face. And because this is not like a palette I have in my collection, like, I can't look at this and just be like, yeah, I mean, I already have a palette that has like these shades in it. Like, no, I don't. And like Valkyrie and Cassandra, like, these are unique shades, like shades I really haven't seen before, you know? So I just feel like it's a special palette, it's a special color story, and, you know, it makes me kind of second guess the Natasha Denona Gold palette. Like, maybe I would spend $130 to have that color story, you know? But if you don't have to, this is an alternative, and I'm loving it. And I, you know, if this was an everyday palette, like if this was a palette that I have in my collection, or something that is just like, okay, another eyeshadow palette, and I had to put glitter glue on in order to make it stick, I'd be irritated by that, and I would probably say like pass, because like, why do I have to do an extra step if I don't have to? But because I feel like this is so special, I'm cool with it. Like, I'm good. If I have to put glitter glue on, so be it, you know? And you don't have to do that with the mattes. Like, you can make an all matte look in this palette if you want to. I did that the other day, where I just used the deeper browns in the crease and the lighter browns on the lid, just to have like a little warm bronzy kind of look, but have it be matte. And obviously you don't need glitter glue for that. You just need it for the shimmers, because like I said, the glitter does separate from the pigment, and it separates all over your face. So that is my review on the palette. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. You can follow me on social, especially Instagram. My handle is @GLAMLATTE. And like I said, I've been very active on Twitter lately for me. So I'd love it if you follow me over there too. And don't forget, the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, and CastBox. All of those details are in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so, so much. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
I just wanna hold you.